So, uh, nice weather today, isn't it?
Um, yes, it is raining.
Right? Raining. So, did you catch the game last night?
I don't really watch football, Alex.
Okay, cut. That was painful.
That was excruciating. But Alex, be honest. How many conference calls start exactly like that?
Too many. Listen, in business, silence is awkward, but bad small talk is worse. It kills the vibe before you even open your PowerPoint.
Today, we are fixing that. No more talking about the weather. We're going beyond sight.
Welcome back to Beyond Sight English. I'm Alex Turner.
And I'm Sophie Chen. Today, we are tackling a monster that scares even the most experienced professionals small talk.
Here's the thing. I know many of you listening are engineers, export managers, or financial analysts. You want to get straight to the numbers. But in the UK, the US, and even Germany, small talk isn't a waste of time. It's a soft negotiation tool.
Exactly. In Turkey, you have a beautiful culture of hospitality. Tea, asking about family, sitting down for hours. But in Western business English, small talk needs to be lighter, faster, and surprisingly strategic.
We're going to give you 5 phrases to master the art of the chat without sounding robotic. Let's break this down.
Okay, let's start with the opener. The biggest mistake I see? Asking, how are you?
It's a trap because the only answer is, I'm fine, thanks. And then, silence.
Instead, try being specific. If you know they are working on a big deadline, use this phrase. How are things coming along with the project? Repeat after me. How are things coming along? Notice the link. It sounds like coming along.
This works because it's work-related but casual. It shows you pay attention.
Let's try a role play. Alex, you're an export manager in Bursa. I'm your client in London.
Hi, Sophie. Good to see you. How are things coming along with the new warehouse setup?
Oh, it's frantic, actually. We just installed the new shelving units yesterday. Thanks for asking.
That sounds like progress. See, she gave me real information, not just I'm fine.
Now, Alex, what about the classic Monday question? How was your weekend?
In my experience, this is where people freeze. They think they need to tell a long story. They don't.
Right. We need the highlight reel. Use this structure. Adjective plus one detail plus kickback.
The phrase is, it was relaxing. I managed to do some reading. How about yours?
Picture this scenario. You are waiting for the boss to arrive.
So, Sophie, how was your weekend?
It was lovely. Thanks. I managed to catch a ferry to the Prince's Islands for a walk. How about yours?
Sounds nice. Mine was quiet, just some reading.
Perfect. A common mistake here is oversharing. Don't tell us about your dentist appointment or the fight you had with your neighbor. Keep it positive and brief.
And always use the kickback, asking, how about yours? If you don't ask back, you seem arrogant. Let's move to something a bit more advanced. What if you don't know the person well?
Use your environment or current events. But stay away from politics.
Definitely. Stick to industry news. The phrase is, I saw that your company just announced a new product.
Or, if you are on a video call and you see something interesting in their background, be careful. But you can say, I can't help noticing that painting. Is it new?
Let's be careful with that one, Sophie. Don't comment on their messy bedroom.
No, of course not. I mean, if they have a guitar on the wall or a nice painting, it builds a human connection.
Let me give you a business example. Let's say I'm talking to a supplier in Germany. I saw that Volkswagen just announced a shift to EVs in your region. Has that impacted your production yet?
That is gold, Alex. It's small talk, but it gives you business intelligence.
Okay, you've started the chat. How do you keep it alive without it getting awkward?
You need to be an active echo. When they tell you something, don't just say, okay.
Use the phrase, that sounds challenging. You must be exhausted. Or perhaps, that sounds exciting. You must be proud.
It validates them. It makes them feel heard.
All right, we've chatted for 3 minutes. In Turkey, you might chat for 30 minutes. In London or New York? You're burning money. You need to transition.
This is the hardest part for my students. They feel rude cutting the conversation short.
It's not rude if you use a bridge phrase. My favorite is, speaking of deadlines, let's look at the report.
Or if the topic isn't related, I'd love to hear more about that later, but we should probably dive into the agenda.
Dive into. I use that all the time. It implies energy and focus.
Let's do a mini role play of the pivot. Alex, you're telling me about Istanbul traffic. I need to start the budget meeting.
And honestly, the bridge was a nightmare. I sat there for 40 minutes just watching the seagulls.
Oh, wow, that sounds frustrating. I'd love to hear more about your commute later, but seeing as we only have an hour, we should probably dive into the Q4 figures.
Smooth. I didn't feel offended at all. I felt guided.
Exactly. You acknowledged my story, then took control.
All right, it's time for the quick fire round. Sophie and I are going to throw context at you. Think of the phrase we just learned. Ready?
You haven't seen this colleague in a week. Don't say, "How are you?" Say,
How are things coming along with the project?
"Someone asks about your weekend. You went to the cinema. Keep it brief.
It was relaxing. I managed to catch a movie. How about yours?
You want to ask about industry news regarding a competitor.
I saw that the competitor just announced a merger.
Your colleague tells you they worked all weekend. Show empathy.
That sounds exhausting. You must be tired.
The chat is done. You need to start the meeting.
Speaking of which, let's dive into the agenda. Nice work.
Now, we have a challenge for you for this week.
We want you to initiate small talk with an international colleague or client before a meeting starts. But here's the rule. You are not allowed to talk about the weather.
Use the observation technique. Look at their background, or mention a piece of news from their industry.
Send us a message on LinkedIn or comment on this episode telling us what phrase you used. Did it feel awkward? Did it work?
We love hearing your stories. And remember, confidence comes from preparation. If you have these phrases ready, you won't panic.
That's it for this week. Next episode, we are getting technical. We're talking about email etiquette, how to be direct without being rude.
Essential for those emails to Germany.
Indeed, don't forget to subscribe to Beyond Sight English.
Have a productive week, everyone. Keep practicing.
Cheers.